And I welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand opening of the Youth One-Stop Affiliate that we will call YOSA East. I want to introduce Benita Faye right now, who is the person that gelled and pulled all this together, all of us. And she doesn't mind asking for something when she needs it. I see the emails and so forth, and I said, Benita, you're about 6 feet with those heels on there, you know. So when you walk up, you like command the presence on that, you know. So, but she is a worker who commands presence by her knowledge, skills, and ability. And I want to give credit to her, and she'll introduce her team, because this team of dedicated employees have set out, and it was not easy work, many, many months, and writing the applications and the grants and so forth, and then crossing fingers and hoping that it would happen. So I want to bring Benita and give her time to make her expressions and give her thanks to her team and others who are here. At this time, Benita.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. On behalf of the Southern Nevada Regional Housing Authority, welcome to the grand opening of the Youth One-Stop Affiliate East Career Center, which we lovingly have coined YOSA East. Through funding from the Department of Labor, the Department of Employment Training and Rehabilitation, and Workforce Connections, Southern Nevada Regional Housing Authority will be providing services to low-income, out-of-school youth ages 16 to 24 who reside in Henderson and the Las Vegas Valley who may be experiencing barriers to employment or education. YOSA East bridges the gap between employers and youth by creating career pathways that lead to self-sufficiency. Whether youth are seeking higher education, employment, or exploring career options, YOSA East will connect youth to a network of employment, training, and educational programs in Southern Nevada.
Well, it's a great pleasure for me to be here. We really believe that a partnership with this program will allow Vegas PBS to achieve its objectives and to do things that we can't do.
Preventa's Place main objective is to promote self-sufficiency and independent living in all stages of life. We are pleased to partner with Southern Nevada Regional Housing Authority in this Youth One-Stop in providing supportive services to those residents in Southern Nevada.
I would like to thank our Director of Supportive Services, Tracy Torrance, she's not here right now, and also our Program Manager, Ms. Benita Faye, right behind me, for not only giving myself, but also, run of applause for those two, please. For not only giving myself, but also Gabriel here the opportunity to represent the youth and just say a few words and talk about our program. So for those who don't know, this is the youth program, YOSA, which is short for Youth One-Stop Affiliate. And I just want to talk about how I got into the program. I was at home one day, and my sister, she would come into the housing authority every other day, and she would always tell me, you need to come there and see and check out the workshops they have there. They're really helpful. And I said, I don't know, maybe another time. Like I kept putting it off. And then one of these days I said, let me just go up there and see what they're talking about. So I went in there, and they had more than 10 speakers come in there and teach us some things we didn't know, some things we already knew, but the fact that they had these people come out and pour their hearts out to us and give us all this information, it really meant a lot to me. And I really did learn a lot within those 3 workshops. So I told myself I would continue to come to this program and see what goes from there, because I really had nothing else going on in my life. I was out of school. And then my caseworker, Miss Amelia Garcia right there, you see taking the pictures, she called me about 2 to 3 weeks later, and she said, we want you to come in for an interview. And I said, cool, yeah, I'll come in. So I came in. I ended up getting the job for the online media outreach specialist position. And since then, being here, I learned a lot. Because my first job, I did construction, and I was in Red Rock in 100-degree weather, carrying doors. So I was like, I sit in the office. I wouldn't mind doing that. Yeah, with good weather, I wouldn't mind doing it. So Yeah, just being here with all the great people you see behind me every day, picking their brains. They really have a lot of information that will benefit the youth. So I encourage you guys, if you guys know any youth, anyone from the age of 16 to 24, please encourage them to come in. We accept walk-ins. So again, my name is Terrence, and thank you.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gabriel Kellum, and I am one of the youth here with the YOSA East Youth Group. Now, success. As a young individual, success is something I and so many of my peers desperately crave, but have had and still have a troublesome time finding. She and the many other staff here helped me get to where I am today. I attended their workforce connections leadership classes and learned a whole lot about myself, about where I want to be in my life, and what I need to do to get there. I learned things like time management, workplace etiquette, the importance of going to college, and the impact that my choices have and what their consequences are. Randomly stumbling across YOSA East was definitely a blessing for me. Now I mean, I've got experience in the field I want to go into. I always have a means of getting somewhere that I need to be. I have the proper clothing to look nice for an interview, and even pending classes to get the information technology certifications I want to get. This program took me from a place where I had endless excuses as to why I wasn't capable of being successful to a place where I now have the resources and tools necessary for me to do anything I want.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew Thompson. I'm filling in for Brian Sandoval. Unfortunately, couldn't be here today. The State of Nevada Office of Governor Brian Sandoval Certificate of Recognition presented to Youth One Stop Affiliate East Career Center. In recognition of the opening of your new youth center in Las Vegas, as Governor of the State of Nevada, I commend you for your dedication and commitment to the youth of the Silver State, and you wish you continued success. Given under my hand by the seal of the great state of Nevada, this 24th day of August 2015, Brian Sandoval, Governor of State of Nevada.
These young men and women, all of us, everybody working together, it is absolutely phenomenal, the wraparound services that we have. I'm just so tickled. When I grew up, my dad was in the service, and sadly, as a young child, my dad was hurt in the Korean War, and he spent years in the hospital. And there were many times that my family, we were this close to being homeless if it wasn't for government assistance that put a roof over our head and food on the table, to the point where we were able to then make ends meet once my dad was able to get out and get retrained, actually. I don't know where my sister and I would be today, my mom, if we were on the streets. I have no idea where I'd end up. No idea. I don't think I would be in Las Vegas today if it wasn't for having a little helping hand, kind hearts, and the services that we have today are phenomenal. We had nothing. So these wraparound services that we're opening up our arms and embracing our youth and our young adults for tomorrow just makes my heart leap. So I want to just say thank you to everybody that's involved in this, participating in this, making sure that this is successful for our future, for today. Thank you for the bottom of my heart.
This past weekend, I had the privilege of going back to Kansas City, Missouri. That's where I finished high school. And we were honoring my band director who had helped so many of us get that start that we needed to get to college. He made sure that those of us who wanted to go had an opportunity to see if we could get a musical scholarship. And I happened to be one of those. And there were people in my life who saw something in me, and they invested in me. My band director, Mr. Dortch, was one of them. At 16, I was on my own, had my own apartment, and I had a chance to go back and look at that. I think I made $1.85 an hour, and my rent was $50 plus electricity. And I'm saying all that to say, the people who invested in me, whether they are here or on the other side in glory, this is what happens when you take the time to invest in young people who don't want a handout, but they need a hand up. And so as I look at these young people here, I can tell you that I'm so very proud of you for what you are doing now, and I can only anticipate what will happen in the future. It's never a bad thing when we take the time to invest in our young people.
We have an obligation to give something back. And giving back means whether you donate donuts, you're a Metropolitan Police Department that are here to protect you, whether you're Tom with PBS 10, everybody touches you in a different way, and you may not always have a face and a name to put with that. But I would just say to the youth here, you are so important. Gabriel, you're right on. Do you want to be successful or significant? I hope that you all make the decision that once you are successful, because you will be, that you make sure that you are significant by giving something back to the next person that needs that kind of assistance.
And now we're going to proceed to the ribbon cutting ceremony. So I would like to ask the senators and the commissioner and Commissioner Smith to come up along with our youth to cut the ribbon. Look at the cameras, guys.